Hello friends, welcome back to another episode of Gloomhaven, the Guildmaster Campaign. So we've got quite a bit of upkeep before we begin the scenario, so if you just bear with me here. The first order of business is as what happens in the board game and the physical game of Gloomhaven, and eventually when the entire campaign is released in the digital version. Is once they've finalized their personal quest, the character is retired. Now you can bring that class back in, but it's a new character, so you have a new name and you kind of start over with them at level 1, and depending on the prosperity of the city and other things that you can increase that starting level, but it is a brand new character. So what we're going to do first is retire the brute and the scoundrel, since they finally chased down the Enoch's bodyguard. Their quest, their personal quest, has been fulfilled. And how we're going to do this is when you click on the brute, you can, if this tab is closed, you can click it right up here, and it does show the previous choices that you had as you've been leveling up, the choices that you did not take. But here at the bottom is reset mercenary, and this is going to set them back to level 1. They do keep their current experience, so if you perhaps want to test out a new way of playing as the brute, or any character that is, at any time, you can just reset their mercenary at any time. It is free. You don't pay any money or experience, or I don't know any other currency at all. So you just, reset abilities. And as you can see here, whoops. Okay. As you can see, they start at level 2, or they start at level 1. Right, so I'm going to do this again because I don't want to show this, but let's go to Enchantress. You'll get a better view. We're back at level 1. Their X cards are not in the deck. You can choose to put them back in if you'd like. Okay, I guess if you click on their face here, then you're able to change. Okay, I was wondering about that. If you can also start over by looking at their perks. We have 6 available perk points that we can spend starting now. So yeah, it's basically completely wiped. And if you look at their gear, all of the gear is gone. However, it's still available because it's bound to the brute. So it's just been removed from their item slots here, but it is still there, right? So that is something to keep in mind when you do a complete wipe or a reset of a character. For now, in this at this stage in the Guildmaster campaign, that you don't actually lose anything from this. The one thing that you do lose, quote unquote, is the enhancements on their cards. However, you just get a refund of all of the money that was used to purchase those, so you can just repurchase them, or you can use the gold as you see fit for other mercenaries. We are going to just reset both of them. This will give all of this money back. The gold is now back to 526. But in this way, if I have somebody else that wants to play as them in the future, that they can make the brute or the scoundrel as they see fit, and then maybe spend some gold. Now, again, the one thing to keep in mind is that all of the items that were bound to them are still bound to them. We can unbind them, but we're going to have to spend 50% of the worth of the item, the purchase value of the item, to unbound it from the character, and then we can use it for somebody else. The problem is that I haven't found a way to just unbind it from here. The best way that I've found it is, for instance, if I want to use the Mindthief and I want to use the Hawk Helm, then I would click it from here, and it says, you know, cost to move binding to the Mindthief is 10. So I can spend 10 gold in order to bind it here, but I haven't found a way to just straight up unbind it. Another thing that you can do, of course, is sell it. So down here you can see that you can just sell the item straight up. You're only getting 50% of the total value of the item, so it's the same as I mean, I would spend 10 to unbind it and bind it to somebody else, or receive 10 to just straight up sell it. If I don't think that it's going to be useful for anybody else, then we can just sell it outright back to the merchant. It is interesting. It kind of goes against everything that I've learned about of Gloomhaven, but it's this Guildmaster kind of setup for the campaign is pretty interesting, and it allows you to learn a lot of new tactics and have fun with cards or enhancements, and then just kind of get rid of them and start over at a very in a very easy way. So okay, so we have head back to the world map. We have now retired, quote unquote, the brute and now the scoundrel, which means we're going to focus more on the other characters more so. Now, I know that I had kind of put them on hold until we got to higher levels, and I kind of did that off camera just to kind of speed along to their personal quests. But right, so we're going to kind of focus on the personal quests of other mercenaries or characters at this time. And one of those characters is going to be the Mindthief. So we're going to keep the Mindthief in here, and we're going to go for her personal quest here. Now, it does say we need at least 2 mercenaries, so we're going to bring in some more mercenaries. We're going to go back to 4 as usual when I'm playing by myself. So here is the group that I'm going to go with. I did spend some gold on some enhancements that I had on before. I removed 3 enhancements so that I could show the enhancement mechanic to Shinobi in the previous scenario, in the previous episode, just to kind of to give him a feel and to kind of explain also how that mechanic works on recording again. I did put those back. None of those actually are for them. I think I took 1 from the Elementalist and 2 from the Soothsinger, which had a total of maybe, I guess it was 220-ish gold. But we're back down to 330, and we're going to find a way to spend that on these 4, as well as probably finding some gear, and then looking at the Enchantress as well. One of the first things we're going to take a look at, however, is go through the perks here. We have a perk point for the Cragheart, just 1, and I think from here I might go for this. Yeah, I'm going to go for this one. Gain Dust. So Dust removes 4 of the +0s. Now we're down to highest chances of pulling +1s, which is good. Savage is one that is also available. I find this one to be pretty interesting, particularly for the Cragheart. It gives a -1, as well as a -2, and then 2 +2s. So yes, we're getting more more chances for those +2s, but he's becoming more chaotic in a way, and I think it lines up very well to the Cragheart's ability cards. That is, he can harm both foe and friend if you're not being too careful, if you're not being careful enough. So in this way, it really lines up with him being, you know, chaotic and uncontrollable, savage, sure, kind of brutal to both friends and enemies. We also have a perk point for the Mindthief. We'll be gaining another one, and I think I really like the idea of just adding another +2 with ice. Another good one would be to start removing those zeros, or remove the plus or the -2 and add another 0. Honestly, you know, both of these are really good actually. But if we do add another +2, it's gonna help out quite a bit. You know what? Let's get rid of that -2 for now. She is going to be gaining another one because, as I said, we're gonna go to the we're gonna take on Hungry Mouths, and this is going to give her another perk point. And I think removing those zeros is going to be another good one to go for. And then of course freeze and technique are really great. The +1 modifier, and then could be added on, for instance, a +2, because there are good chances of +2s. So that would be a +3, right? There would be 2 +1 modifiers for each perk point spent here. So that kind of increases the chances of pulling more than one in one attack, which is always a fun thing to do. All right. And finally, the summoner has reached level 3, and we get to choose a new card for her. So tear the fabric. Kill all normal adjacent enemies whose current hit point value is less than or equal to 5. Wow. That one is great. The problem is putting her in the position to be adjacent to more than one, ideally 3 or 4, right? Enemies. Okay, it is a normal adjacent enemy. I think it would read better if it was all adjacent normal enemies. But equal to 5 or less. So this would be great for things like forced imps that have a lot of shield. She could run up to them basically with or without shield, it doesn't matter, and stand next to 2, 3, 4 of them at once and kill them all in one go. That's pretty impressive actually. The bottom action is heal for self, but if she consumes earth, then it's a +2, so it would be a heal 6. You know, she doesn't really have a whole lot of health to begin with, so, and in the early levels, heal 6 probably wouldn't do too much. Let's see what the other one is. Oozing Manifestation. So this is bringing in, this is another summon card. Summon a slime spirit. Comes in with 4 health, 4 hit points, 3 movement, and an attack of 1, which is a melee attack. It has muddle, so when it attacks, the target will gain muddle, and it also has shield 2. That's pretty impressive actually. I mean, it only has 4 health, but it does have a lot of speed, so it can cross a map or cross a room at a good pace. And the shield 2 means that we could use it kind of as a tank as well. It's not going to be doing a lot of damage, but we could have kind of a secondary tank for some time, like a turn or 2 turns before obviously it's going to die, right? Attack 3 at range 3, immobilize, and we could consume darkness to add curse to that. And this is a free attack. I say free, it's not burned, so we can use it more than once throughout the scenario. This one looks pretty interesting. I mean, both of them look really nice. The heal self seems a bit less kind of satisfying for her, because she's not somebody that I want to put into the fray. I don't want her to be in melee damage very often, and I don't really think she's going to be within range of archers and other ranged attackers either. Typically we have somebody in between her and the enemies, so the heal for self isn't very impressive. 41 isn't a very impressive initiative, but that top ability is pretty great, right? Oozing manifestation, I think I'm gonna have to go for this. This does allow her to have another bottom attack, so if we do find a good place for her, then she can kind of stand in that one space and maybe summon some, well, a summon, bring in a summon, and do an attack in the same action. Ooh, okay. I did actually remove this one too, so I'm gonna have to put that one on there. I almost want to bring this in just because I know it's gonna be awesome. The kill normal adjacent enemies. The problem is we'd have to go in early to kill them, or go in very late and then kill them, and then have to get away very quickly with a high initiative. So we'd have to keep something like Earth and Steed to jump out with a high initiative or fast initiative afterward. But because it's a burn card and we can get burn cards back, where is it? Living Night? No. There it is. Unending Dominance. We can get 4 burned cards back, so we could use this twice. So I'm going to take it for that reason. I'm going to take it so that we can use it twice, basically, within one scenario. Oof, okay. Let's spend that perk point, and I think I kind of want to continue putting in some of these rolling modifiers. I think I'm going to put in the poison. The poison. No, you know what? I have wound. I'm going to keep that the thorn shooter for some time. So since that's going to be doing most of the attacking anyway, and it already has a poison, let's remove. Let's see here. We're actually going to be able to remove all of the negatives with these 5 perks. So let's start doing that now. Let's drop 2 -1s for now to remove that, to reduce that chance of minus or negative modifiers. Before I forget, I'm gonna throw in Bless here, because this one, I did not write this one down, but I'm glad that I checked it out. I had this one before, and it's amazing. It's amazing, right? I think a couple people had expressed their love for that. Okay, we still have quite a bit of money. Actually, that didn't seem to spend any money, did it? Okay. Well, I'm going to take some time here before I forget this one as well. That Mountain Hammer is going to be perfect for the Summoner. She doesn't need a weapon in her hands or a shield or anything like that. The Mountain Hammer is going to be perfect. This is going to allow her to bring in 2 summons in 1 turn if I need to do something like that. And the Warrior Spirit is, although not a lot of movement here, and kind of average or just below average health for a summons. I guess 4 might be average, but an attack of 3 is pretty great. So we want this in her hands. It's going to go a long way with her. So, okay. Now, I'm going to take a look at the market. Oh man, never mind. Hold that thought. There are a lot of things that I have to unlock here. We're going to claim another... Oh, okay, this is going to open up the summoner quests. So we'll unlock that. Summoner has reported a shift among the planes outside Wayward and has suggested we investigate. A shift among the planes? What does that even mean? It's a good question. The first impossible connection of 2 incompatible planes which must be studied. That's what she told me when I asked her that. That sounds bad. We should probably do something about that. Yes. Okay, we still have these to unlock. If you'd like to see them, let me know. We have a perk point for the Elementalist. We have a perk point for the Scoundrel. And another perk point for the Summoner. Okay, good. I'll spend that right now. And we need three more control abilities, and we'll be gaining another perk point for the Summoner. Enhancements, none. Relics. You've killed 50... Oh, your summons killed 50 enemies. Okay. You've been utilizing summons pretty well over the last few quests, and I think I've found the location of a relic that will help you. One of the librarians at the School of the Great Oak has informed me of a Savas staff of summoning, although it will be guarded by powerful mages. It can be found in the mountains near Rockfall. I'll put the location on your map. Okay, that's going to take some time before we get to it, but it sounds interesting. And, okay, we've killed 10 Earth Demons, so that's 5 more gold. 10 Flame Demons, 5 more gold. And 10 Rending Drakes, 5 more gold. And that's it. Okay, let's go back to the merchant. I want to see what's going on here. Boots of Sprinting, right? During your movement, add +4 move to the single movement. These are amazing. 75 gold. I'm just going to buy them now. I know I'm going to be able to put them to use immediately. By somebody. I don't know who, but let's see who has some... Let's see who has, okay, wing shoes, boots of dashing. Probably not going to give them to her. So I think I'm going to leave them off, which sounds about weird. But I know I'm going to use it. I might as well spend the gold while I have it. We do want a small item. Okay, now I'm going to take a look through the merchant, through the enchantress, and try and spend some of this gold. Okay, well, I did find a tiny bug that seemed to happen. I don't know if it came in with a recent update. I noticed that there was an update because the map, the front map, the world map was different. There's now completed quests, which is pretty cool. The story used to be the top kind of folder or grouping up here, and then it went travel job. So I noticed that happened, so I assumed there was some sort of an update of some kind. And what happened with that update is all of the the enhancements weren't showing. So when I repurchased this one for the summoner, that's why I didn't spend any gold. It wasn't here, but it remembered that it was there. So when I went to purchase it, it was available, and then when I purchased it, I didn't spend any gold, right? So there was a tiny little glitch there, somewhere it showed up, because I also found that all of the ones for the Mindthief, the Nightshroud, the Cragheart, all of their enhancements were gone. So that's weird, but I went through and fixed it. I kind of remembered which ones that I had. Somehow I remembered that, but I never remember to just add a card to the hand. So anyway, what I did was, I think I spent some money on enhancing the summoner. So one of the enhancements was this one here. I added a +1 to the attack of the Thorn Shooter. I use the Thorn Shooter every single scenario. It might as well increase its attack. I was considering to increase its movement, but I figured since it has a range of 4 and I have ways of moving my summons, that was probably sufficient. That yes, it only has 1 movement, but that because of the range and because I can move it myself, that it's going to be fine. So yeah, added 1 to the attack there. I think that was it, actually. I did give 1 because I had 30 gold left, 35 gold. So I added a +1 to the movement for empathetic assault. I found that this one actually is pretty nice to have a +1 movement, or to the movement. A +1 to the heal is also pretty nice. Another thing that's pretty cool about this one is Strengthen or Bless. Either of these are great for this heal too. So she can, move and then heal and strengthen and then attack in the same round, and then in one turn. And then the next turn she still has strengthen so that she can use it again. So since strengthen is removed from the end of the next turn. So strengthen's probably going to be one that I'm looking to put here as well. It's going to make this empathetic assault pretty strong. I don't think I purchased anything else. The Nightshroud still has that jump there, which is pretty cool. And Rumbling Advance has a +1. Heaving Swing also brings in a earth element. And then I spent a lot of money on shifting some gear around. I swear this is going to end soon. I brought the iron helmet over from the Brute. I also purchased the Splint Mail, which is going to be pretty helpful for the Cragheart. I don't remember saying this, but I brought the Warhammer in for the Cragheart. It's going to be pretty helpful for some of those AoE, not range, melee attacks. So for the Nightshroud, I gave the Nightshroud the leather armor from the Scoundrel. The Poison Dagger came from the Brute, so now he has 2 knives, which will be pretty cool. I brought the Heater Shield over from the Brute, and I did discuss this, the Mountain Hammer, and I brought the Lucky Eye. I purchased the Lucky Eye. This is going to be pretty cool for the Summoner because after she summons in 1, 2, potentially 3 summons in 1 turn, she can also use the Lucky Eye after summoning them in, and then for the next round, she and all of those summons that she summoned in the previous round are strengthened. And I kind of want to test this out. I think it looks like a really cool idea, particularly because she has the Mountain Hammer. She'll be able to summon in one this warrior spirit and then one with the card, and then she can strengthen those summons and herself in one major big turn. So I'm excited to see how that works. That's all the money. Let's jump into Hungry Mouths. The pack will not last long without food. Steal supplies from the bandit encampment and find more about the fools who attacked you. So we have to loot 3 ornate chests to win. Oh, and that's it. Interesting. Okay, lose if the Mindthief is exhausted. So that's interesting. The Nightshroud, the Mindthief, can go invisible. So, and they do have, let's see here. I guess he doesn't have jump. The only jump that he has is from Dancing Shadows. So we'll be able to kind of, my thought here is jump over the enemies while being invisible, and then he can kind of go and collect some of those ornate chests. The Mindthief can also do something like that. I know that she has a jump somewhere, right? Nope, maybe not that one. Jump, I'm only saying jump is important, there we go, because if we get in a situation where we are stuck and we can't get past the enemies or obstacles, then we have that opportunity to jump over them, go invisible, go collect the ornate chests, and end the scenario really before needing to kill everybody. So let's check that out. This is going to be a different type of scenario that we haven't really seen before, but they are in the physical game. There's a few of these kinds of scenarios. Well, I'm not going to read this one. We've done this one time and time again, so we're just going to continue down the road and nothing's going to happen. You visit the pack under Lowtown. Times have been hard. Food supplies are low, morale is lower, and many of the young are terrified every time they hear humans passing overhead. News is also grim. While ranging further from the nest, members of the clan have seen bandits wearing the same sigils as those attacked the nest. Apparently, they are spending time scouring old caves and underground layers for treasure. You decide to kill 2 bugs with 1 rock and strike back against the bandits. While recovering some food for your clan, you will raid their camp. You head through the undergrowth of the nearest bandit camp, where they are stacking crates and supplies looted from other Enochs and Vermling tribes. Now is the time. Which is actually interesting. Ooh, that's right, we got the perk point for the summoner. I totally forgot about it. Let's just continue with removing the... Ooh, should we go with this one? Yeah, let's go with Intensify. This is still here. I don't want to get rid of it. I want the exclamation point on Boots of Sprinting so that I remember that it's there. It's interesting that, you know, these bandits are attacking both the Enoch's tribes and the Vermling tribes, and it would have been pretty cool to put those two together, the Mindthief and the Enoch's Brute, because they're both kind of natives to the Gloomhaven and surrounding areas. I think thematically that they would have been friends. I mean, we already saw that one of the friends of the Brute is Scabwit, who is also a Vermling. The bandit encampment appears to be light on manpower as you attack, but hounds, they have a lot of hounds. Okay. You'll need to loot 3 chests of supplies to succeed. They'll likely have a bit of gold in them too. That's good to know. Hoping we get some gold out of this. There's not much actually. I was kind of surprised by that. What I think I might do is really just take the Nightshroud and go invisible and just kind of hop, 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 hop. He can go and open these doors while being invisible and jump over the enemies and obstacles and just kind of loot, while the other three with the summons are kind of slowly making their way, taking out the enemies on their way to kind of meet the Nightshroud. So this one might be a shorter scenario. I did spend quite a bit of time discussing a lot of things at the beginning, the upkeep and such. So I might make this a shorter scenario by just kind of jumping around. We'll see. Cool. Well, let's see what we do with round 1. Okay. Well, depending on the initiative, this could be pretty interesting. We're going to start off with the Nightshroud going at 7 with Prepare for the Kill, which is going to be a move and infusing darkness. And then Wings of Night to attack 1 and go invisible. They do all have, these are all elite hounds, so they have the innate Retaliate 2. We do have a normal Bandit Guard here, a normal Bandit Archer, and then an elite guard back there who has an innate shield 1. So I'm not entirely sure if we're going to attack. We do have these 2 knives, which would be really cool to use both. Just thematically, it just sounds awesome. But anyway, we are going to go invisible. Maybe not attack. 13 Cragheart. I'm hoping this is what the initiative is really what I'd like to see. 13 going before those wolves or the hounds, and then Avalanche to just drop 2 obstacles here and here, so that they have to be forced to move through the trap. Only one of them is obviously going to hit that trap, but I'm hoping that it's going to take some time for all of them to be able to get through this kind of bottleneck here. I don't think all of them are going to be able to, like, one goes here, one goes here. I don't think the third one's going to be able to make it further than that, but we're gonna have to see. Although I could actually put one here and here, and then both of them could only stand, or 2 could only stand here, because the Nightshroud would be standing here and would be invisible. So yeah, I'll see what they're doing, but either here and here, or these 2, these 2, and then that would kind of force them to, these obstacles would only allow them to stand here. Both ideas sound interesting. The Mindthief is actually going to be the one that's looting this chest now, I hope, with a jump 4, and then we're going to use Mind's Weakness to lay an attack against, one of these 2 enemies if they're still standing here, and then we'll be able to go invisible into the night pretty easily. The Cloak of Invisibility is also going to be another way to stay invisible. So yeah. Oops, one more. Then 98 with the Summoner. Unending Dominance, it's just a late card. It's a little later than 92. It's not going to be useful, but she's not really going to do anything here. She's just going to bring in the summon the Thorn Shooter, probably right there. So okay, let's see what they're doing. They are going very late. The Bandit Guards are going to be moving. I'm really hoping that they don't stand there. That would be kind of annoying, wouldn't it? So let's see what they do. So first up, actually, if you stood right here, then man, I know that he's gonna stand right there, that jerk. If I stand here and put obstacle, then only one is going to be moving in. They do have kind of a big attack. 12, 2, and what number is this one? You're not numbered at all, so I don't know what that means. So maybe you go here, and then you go there, and then this one goes 1, 2, 3, so it won't be able to move very far at all. Well, let's do it that way. I think that's a good idea. We're going to block basically all of them. We brought in darkness. Now, do I want to attack? Because I could attack using like the poison dagger and the black knife. The black knife more so than the poison dagger, but I could. I mean, the problem here is that if I attack, then I'm going to be taking retaliate too. So is that worth it? I'm gonna say no. We're just gonna go here, go invisible. We have darkness for the next round, which is going to also help out. I'm gonna keep this for now. And let's drop down my 2 obstacles here and here. And we're not going to do anything with that. So when we do use unstable upheaval for this, target 3, target all adjacent enemies, we can use the Warhammer. And in that case, we'd be stunning all of the adjacent enemies that we've targeted. I don't know if that works for target all enemies up to 2 hexes away instead. I don't know. I tend to think yes. I want to say the answer to that is yes, that you can target all of those enemies up to 2 hexes away, because I think it's still considered a melee attack, and that's what this is used for, a melee attack. So we're going to be using it basically for that reason. Skip that attack. Okay, well, we're going to be able to mitigate some of this. Okay, that's great. Yeah, he did it. What a punk. 1, 2, 3, 4. Man. Totally screwed me. Okay, no, we do have the boots of dashing, so we'll still be able to... Man, that just really, really irked me. Completely screwed my my plans here. And then the next problem is that these are going to be able to jump back here and attack her as well. She does have 9 health, but she's going to be getting 2 attacks, isn't she? 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3. Well, if this one moves first, then 1, 2, 3, and then this one 1, 2, 3. Ooh. She can actually just open that next door, couldn't she? Well, if she's gonna do this, maybe we just have her open this next door and then go invisible. Does that sound like a good idea, though? Because we don't want, of all of them, we don't want her to be the one that gets exhausted. So sending her too far is, you know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. We're going to use the Cloak of Invisibility. She'll be invisible. We'll use Into the Night. Then we can get that card back. And then go into the night again. So she would be into the night or invisible for this turn and then the next 2 turns. And that should be... Would that be enough? The other thing is we could just stand back here. Yeah, you know what? Let's do it this way. I don't want to get too in trouble back there. We're just going to do this. Skip the attack. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We can still... We don't have to go invisible this way. So we'll just end her turn that way. Oh, they're all gonna go this way? Oh, because they don't want to go through the trap. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, well, Thorn Shooter. Yep. We might as well put it as close as possible, so this looks like a great place for it. Yep. And then I'm just going to use this to move up. And this way we can maybe bring in, or maybe do some attacks if they decide to walk that way. Oh, that's interesting. Very interesting. Okay, round 2. Okay, we are starting off with the Mindthief at 5 with Cranium Overload. I don't know if I'm going to use it, but man, it would work really well by killing the Bandit Archer here and then doing an attack against these 3. It would be an attack of 2. I don't know if it would be that worth it, but it would still kill 1 and then lay some attacks out. So into the night, of course, as I said before, going invisible. This is mostly for the initiative, so that she can go invisible. Then Summoner at 25, Biting Wind for that top attack. Well, you might say there's nobody in the, there's no target, but Unwavering Hand will force an enemy to move. Let's move this one here so that this hex is empty. In theory, that's how that's gonna work, right? Then 43 for the Cragheart. This will kind of allow some movement. I think that maybe there'll be some movement. Rumbling Advance so that we can move and just adjacent allies and enemies suffer 1 damage. It's also going to bring Earth back in. We're going to use Earth for Clear the Way. I'm going to pick up one of these obstacles and toss it into a whatever free hex is open when it comes to his turn. Now, there's not many options at the moment. This one would be a good one. If this one moves here, then here would be a good would be an option. Let's see. Let's just see. And then 84 for the Nightshroud. Spirit in the Night will be able to kill an enemy, and Dancing Shadows. Let's see if one of these enemies is standing next to him. Then he can also summon in or infuse darkness after that. I know that this is kind of his jump card, and I'd really like to use it to jump and get out of here. But we do have a stamina potion if we need it, and I'd like to have darkness again so that we can go invisible after this. So let's see what they're doing. 7. Okay, so moving 5 and then muddling. Basically what's going to happen is she's going to go invisible, and then all of these are going to, well, one of them is going to go here, and then that's about it. Yeah. Next, the Bandit Guards are they're not moving. Then the Archer is going to attack him for 4, or for 2 at range 4. Okay. Well, let's go invisible then. I'm still kind of considering this. The one thought here is I'd like to use this initiative because the wolf or the hounds do have 7, and then the next one would be 8, so it's not really, 8 would not be enough basically. Now, since this is just muddling the target, it's kind of okay. It's not necessarily a bad thing to get rid of that 5, because if it was like, you know, move 2, attack for 8, then I would definitely want to keep it. But move 5 and just muddle is not too terrible. Now it is a bit early, but it would be killing Well, I guess it would only be killing one of these two, right? I'm gonna keep it for now. Let's just skip the attack. We're invisible. I'm going to not use my stamina potion yet to take this card back, because we might be able to figure out a way to kind of control when we need that. Yep, so the others won't be moving because there's nowhere else to stand to target any enemy, us being the enemy to them. They're gaining shield, so I assume that... Oh, okay, that's right. Yeah, we're attacking right there. Boom. That one's dead. Cool. Let's then bring her up to here. And then we can make this attack. It's a couple more damage, but on his turn he'll be able to kill it anyway, so... I don't think I want to use any of these now. Nope. Great. No damage. So now we've kind of left this, as you can see here. We've left a really good opening for this, and we're going to use it now, and we'll use... I guess this one? I don't really know. Is there really a better one to target? I guess not. So we're going to target that one. Yep. And we're going to place it right there. It's going to attack 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it is just an attack of 2 plus 1. So, and with their shields, it's not going to be too effective, but it's still going to place it in a place in another space, and we'll be able to use it later. So I think the minor power potion might go a long way here. We are attacking 4 targets, so let's use that. Great. Oh, we were muddled. I forgot about the muddle. But this one's at 3. This one's at 2 health. I don't think... Maybe this one lost 1. Nope, lost nothing. Okay, I mean, we've killed 1. We've killed 2 enemies in this room. These 2 are pretty close to dead. What I will do, I think, is just run up to here. Yep. And this one's going to also take another damage. So for next round, we'll be able to kill it pretty easily. Now, this is too bad. As you can see, we've kind of put ourselves in a situation where we don't have anything to kill. I mean, we could kill this, but there's no point in that. Oh man. Well, I think what we're going to do here is just move to here. Because I don't want to burn anything here. Another thing we could do is just use this. It is already jumping though. Like we could move to here and then jump and stand here and maybe attack this one. Again, I don't really want to just attack for 1. And I really wanted to have darkness for the next round. Well, I think it might be in our best interest to block this so that so that we aren't allowing them to move through these hounds. So this is really unfortunate. I kind of messed up. I mean, moving him here probably would have been a good idea as well. Man, okay. Skip the rest of that movement. We can't use this, so we are just going to be targeting with this. We might as well use both of our knives for this attack. We didn't do anything, but there is a curse, and there is a poison, so I guess that's fine. What cards does he have now? Well, there's some options, but I don't think I'm going to use this for now. And I guess I shouldn't have poisoned, because now that one's definitely going to poison, but at least this way it's going to be attacking for 4 instead of 3. So, alright. Well, this isn't a very rocky start. It's not the best, but it's not bad. Not bad. Let's see, round 3. We're going to be starting off with the Nightshroud at 15 with Doomed Breeze, so we can have range attack 1 and infusing. The Darkness also be muddling as well, and Black Knives is going to be an attack of 2 and muddle, so we're going to muddle 2 enemies. It might be that we just kill this one and kill or muddle here, but we're gonna have to see. I might attack a different enemy, because 35 for the Cragheart is Crushing Grasp and Dirt Tornado. So I think loot 1 and then Dirt Tornado is going to be kind of an attack out here. I don't know which one I want to attack again, so it might be attack here, and then that Dirt Tornado is going to be able to attack that one as well. So I think I might just try to kill this one with the Cragheart instead, because I don't want these to be attacking the Cragheart. At least, I guess one of them might anyway, so they'll all be muddled regardless. Everybody's going to be muddled or dead. Summoner is going to go with Bonded Might and Living Night. We're going to kind of control this one to move it up a little bit more, and then Living Night is going to... Yeah, I'm not going to do that one anymore. Let's do... I was doing it to bring in Darkness, but he's already going to do it, so I think let's just use Tear the Fabric. We'll go a little earlier. We're going to use this as kind of a movement instead. She doesn't need the heal, so I don't see this being too useful in this room anymore, so we'll use that. Then 84 for the Mindthief, Wretched Creature for the move, and then Frigid Apparition for the attack 3. We do have Mind's Weakness up, so it's going to be an attack of 5. We'll see who that target is going to be. The Hounds are going at 26, so that's actually good. Except that... Oh no, actually it's perfect, because they won't have anyone to target. The Bandit Guards are going to be going after that, but I think this one will be muddled. Which actually, now that I think of it, doesn't mean too much, because the Nightshroud has... leather armor, so already going to be muddled, but let's make this attack anyway. Good. We have pretty good chances of killing both of these now. This muddle, or this attack, is more for just to have an attack out, but it is going to be an attack of 3 -1 because of the shield, and that well, it was 2 -1 because of the shield, +1 because of the poison. Then we drew a 0 anyway, so I think I'm going to continue to keep this going without using the potion yet, because we can go invisible and then attack. We can do that early next round, and then we can figure out what we want to do for the round following that. Yeah. So now we can attack here. Oops, I forgot this. No, undo. We want to use Dirt Tornado first. Yeah, I don't know. I think I was thinking of using the top of both, but I wanted to use the loot so we can potentially kill this one, this guy now, and then we can loot both of these piles here. Okay, so we got lucky. We did pull oh man, we pulled I think of the ×2 for that one. Yeah. Well, we did get lucky. We killed both of them. That's good. And we can loot 6 also. Good work. Have that Thorn Shooter go. Nice. A +1. And let's have it attack again, right? Confirm the target. We'll have it move up to here. And maybe we'll get lucky. Nope. We did not get lucky. Well, fair enough. I mean, that's not too bad anyway. I'm going to now move over to here and still have no reason to bring in the warrior spirit at this moment, and there'd be no reason to use Lucky Eye as well. We only have these 2 enemies. I think I'm gonna be I wanted to be sending the Nightshroud. If you remember, my plan was to just send them out, and of course that is not what was is not what's happening. But it's not bad. We're still in a pretty good space here. Now, do we want to curse? Or do we want to... I think I wanted to use this for the Nightshroud to go invisible. This might be a good opportunity to... Yeah, it is only... It's not that good, actually. Let's see. There would be a lot of movement. That would be not too much movement. I don't want to open the door. That was kind of what I was thinking, but we could go here, kill this guy now. Let's do that. Let's focus on him. I'm not going to use that, skip that action. We're going to attack here. Already poisoned. And times, or +2. That actually would have been perfect to kill the Hound, but now we've left this open so we can, this round, finally pick it up and then send somebody into the next room, or at least here. We could maybe do that with the Mindthief. We'll see. Round 4. Alright, well, the Mindthief is going first at 8. Perverse Edge, just stun it. And then pretty much do nothing else. I just chose a card. I think I want to keep this for that push when we move into the next room. That might be useful. I don't know if I'm going to go in right away. We'll see. But in any case, a move in 3, push, and then that disarm would be a good combination. 13 for the Summoner. We're just going to go pretty early to jump over here and then summon in these 2 Shadow Wolves so that we have some things to help out in the next room. Nightshroud is 13, going to run up, be invisible, and attack. Everything's going to be focused on here on the Hound Elite. 1, 2, 3, go invisible, and then attack for 3+2 because he's invisible. And if that's still not enough, then the Cragheart will attack with this and then move to pick this up at the end of his attack. He's going at 19. That doesn't matter. He's going to be stunned anyway. So, let's stun him. And +1. We have pretty good chances of it dying, so we're just going to skip this. Don't worry about the rest. Thorn Shooter, is not close enough, and that's fine. We are going to just jump way over to here. And I'm going to summon in... I guess I should leave this space open, right? So I'm going to summon in one back there. And... Huh. Did that change? I thought I had to bring in one at a time. And we're back now, so I'm going to just... Okay, so you do have to bring in both. I think that must have changed, because if I remember correctly, you had to bring one in and then bring in the other. Interesting. I don't know if it said confirm target before, and now it says confirm targets, but I learned my lesson. We'll bring it in now. Now I'm wondering, this might be a good time to do this, but I also don't think... My fear is that we need somebody to come up to here and open this door, and I don't want this to kind of like just be a cluster right there. So I'm just going to bring in these two, and I'll figure out a way to bring this one in the next room. Let's use this. Well, let's move to here. Okay, after. Yep, go invisible. And then we're going to make this attack here for 5. +1, 6, it's dead. Great. Now, we definitely... How much movement is this? It's only 2. 1, 2. I'm wondering if I should just... I don't want to just rest here, right? But it's also not really enough for... It's not really enough for much. I mean, I could bring in something like... We won't have darkness available. But I could use something like this and then just move and go invisible again. Or, I mean, there's really no reason to like move and go invisible. I guess just move and go invisible isn't a really bad idea. As long as we all go later and then everything else goes in. So yeah, we could do that. Could stand there. He can run in with 13, open the door, and then just... And I got the wrong card. Alright. Well, I'll do that off camera, but I'm gonna do this really fast. I'm just gonna pick this up. I'll finish this off, and then I'm gonna do that part off camera, and then just so you can see me do this, and we can get this out of the way. 5 gold, that's great. And that was one of the 3 chests done. So round 5. And I just realized as I went to restart the round that I can't restart the round. So we're stuck with the card that I brought him. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe, okay, am I going crazy here? It did just show this one, didn't it? And now it shows Wings of Night. Whatever. Okay, well, Nightshroud at 21. With Empowering Void to move and then go invisible. So open the door, go invisible, and I'm hoping that we'll be going late enough with these other ones. 57 and 61 really are close enough that I don't think they're going to squeeze in between 57 and 61 with their initiatives. So explosive punch for the move 4, and then heavy swing, heaving swing for an attack of 3. Now the problem is, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have the +2, 5, 6. So we could get as far as into here, and I'm hoping that there's going to be that. The other thing I'm thinking, actually, now that I'm realizing, it might be better to use Crater because of the range attack, just in case he's not close enough. But oh man, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so we could get to here. If there isn't an enemy from here on, I'd be pretty surprised, but let's do this just in case. 73 as late as she could go. Yeah, we're just gonna move in, do 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, man, we're already kind of screwed right there. But if it's necessary, we can use this, or actually we could just use this and then yeah, I don't know, we'll see what happens. And she's just gonna take a long rest, and her dogs are gonna go in and do her bidding. You're just gonna take your time. It's gonna take a while. So let's see what is behind the door. Okay, so we don't have any ranged attacks. There's the ornate chest that we need, so that means there's just an ornate chest in this room. All we really need to do is send the Nightshroud around, jumping over all this nonsense here, and we should be fine. I didn't actually see, I guess I didn't show, but the Hound Elites, they're all going before 61, so we'll be able to kind of pile in and yeah, I think we'll be able to deal with them without them moving, which will work out pretty well. We're going to skip attack and then confirm again so that they're not going to move. I think maybe I should have given him the those boots of sprinting, I think is what it was. Although these boots, whoops, that's not what he has. He has the winged boots, which are going to help for him to jump over a lot of things. We can just use this, for instance, a move 6, and he can just, you know, boom, 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 and go invisible somewhere else. So we'll figure that out. Let's see here. We wanted to do this, and we can even continue to move. And I think I'd like to put him like right here. Yeah, whoops. Oh, that's why. I mean, I guess we could just put him here. It's going to take everything a long time for them to get all the way around here. And then once they realize that this is clustered all up, that they're going to just start passing through. So just stand right there. I'm not going to use the boots for now. Forgot about that. That was why I wanted to use the boots, so that he could walk all the way around. Kind of a dummy. Let's attack you, so if you do end up walking through, well, nothing will happen. You won't die, that is. And we want to heal up from that stupid move. Okay. Now there's no reason we can't move to here, or like we can't move beyond. Man, you know what? I might as well just do this. It's kind of annoying. I'd like to use this, but I'm also kind of wanting to use the bottom action, so we'll just skip this and we'll end up going through. Good hit. Now you are going to be taking some damage there. So we have to find a way to heal it. Perform the long rest. We might as well just... Do we have any normals in here? Not normal, not normal, not normal, not... Okay, so we're gonna just tear the fabric. That's too bad. I was really hoping for some normal enemies. I think this is something that's wrong with the Guildmaster campaign. There's very little in the way of normal enemies, and I understand that I'm playing a 4-player game. There's going to be more elites than normals, but I'm almost certain that in the normal Gloomhaven campaign that's not the way it is there. There's kind of a balance of normals and elites, but that could just be me. But it seems that I don't get many opportunities to use cards like that in this Guildmaster campaign. So I don't think I want to long rest with you. You still have 2 more in Splint Mail. We also haven't used your Boots of Striding. So let's just short rest with you. I kind of like this card, but we'll get rid of it. Who else do we have here? It might be in your best interest to take a long rest. You are kind of clustering up that doorway, but I think you'll be fine. We'll take a card for you, and you could also... I don't think a long rest is actually a good idea for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. A long rest might be good so that you get those cards back. So, these items, that is. So we'll take that long rest. I'm going to drop that so that we get it back. Long rest. Okay. And as for the summoner, I'd like to heal, so let's find a way to heal. Because I want to keep the dogs alive, these wolves. 1, 2, 3. And you should be able to see, yep. So let's find a way to heal, and maybe I just use heal, right? I like that combination. Oh, here we go. Let's heal, and then Forged Ferocity to shield them and bless them. Oh, you know what? As soon as it's her turn, it's going to attack and then die. So that's not really that helpful, unless it's going to be to, let's see, 15 and 16. I don't know what that... So it's probably going to be this one goes first and then that one. But if that was the case, I think this one actually went first and then that one went in. I'm still going to do it. Let's do it anyway. And I like the idea of tossing this obstacle, this chair that's standing in front of me. We can toss it right here. Now it's going to continue to block them from moving, but I mean, they'll still have to walk all the way around this trap. But if I put another obstacle here, then this one, for instance, will have to walk around it. Now I will have to go early in order to make that happen. So let's go 13 to go as early as possible. Let's see what they're doing. Okay, 55 and then 83. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm going to move this hex to right here. Or I could put it here, and then that's going to force them to have to move through the trap. Kind of like this idea too, though. Why can't I? So I've clicked on that. Something going on here? Okay, confirm target. No, so clear target. You can hear me clicking, right? Undo. All right, let's try this again. So we'll confirm this target. And we want to drop it right here. Come on. Is there something there that I can't see? Clear target, undo. No, nothing is here or here. Another thing is it doesn't... So there's something about obstacles that, for instance, if we put an obstacle here, we wouldn't be able to put one here because it completely blocks the room in half. And you can't do that. Like, you can't even put, if you were standing here, or, well, you couldn't put an obstacle here and here because that would block this space, and you can't do that either. So, but from here, it should be okay. Confirm the target. So I can click there, clear target. I can click there, and click there. I can't click here. And I can't click there and there. Okay, I mean, that's a bug. Because I should be able to put it here or here, because there's still a trap there. This isn't an obstacle. There's not an obstacle there. So... Oh, man. Okay, so I guess what I'm going to have to do here is... Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, we could put it right there. This is kind of annoying. Because if I move this one, then they're going to be able to run through there, but... we can just run through and pick up that one too. And undo. So from here, I just wanted to play around with this a little bit. From standing here, I can move this target to here, but I can't put it there still. I don't know. This is obviously a bug. I know it's not that big of a deal. I can't even put it back here or here or here. So the bug is, I think that the guards are acting as obstacles, and it's not allowing me to block because they think them as obstacles. I think that's what's happening. I guess what I'm going to do is drop it right there. I mean, they're still going to... They even changed it. I don't like this, but oh well. Yeah, so that one died. But this one's going to run up and kill that one anyway. Maybe. Yep. So we don't have to heal that one. That's not bad. But now I'm seeing a problem here. Nothing's going to be attacking that one now. Okay, well, I know that I'm going to heal the Nightshroud. And I'm still going to do this. Whoops. I'm still going to do it, but I think I might bring in this, the Spirit Warrior, or the Warrior Spirit now. You can see it's pretty cool. It is an Enox as well. Now it has a movement of 1. Let's undo this for a second. It has a movement of 1, so it's going to take its time, and it might start walking onto traps, and then it would die. So again, I want to wait until a good opportunity to drop it. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna do this. It's going to bless. It will drop one there as well. That's pretty cool. Do I want 1, 2, 3, 4? No, okay. We won't use that potion yet. So I guess they're not going to move anyway because they don't want to stand on that trap. There's nowhere else to go. They could stand here, so they're not going to move, that is. Well, that's nice of them. Only 1 damage. We'll heal. We're not going to be healing, of course. And I think I'm going to just drop... Let's drop Mind's Weakness. I don't see it being too useful at this time, so... And as for you, we want those move 6s. We want anything that goes invisible will drop Empowering Void. Okay. Well, round 7. Alrighty. Round 7. Earth and Steed for the Summoner at 13. Jump 5, and then Bonded Might. So what's gonna happen is the Shadow Wolf is gonna go 1, 2, 3. And then she's gonna jump 1, 2, 3, 4, and then have it attack again. Well, have it actually attack this time, and she'll be standing here, and she'll be able to loot this in the next round. Since none of my plans are working at the moment, we'll have her loot. Then Cragheart at 28. We're gonna use 2 burn cards here. Crater to jump over this. We're gonna jump to here, from here to there. And then Explosive Punch to break this obstacle up and then attack 4 for all adjacent enemies. If that is considered a melee attack, then I'm also going to stun them. I think that works out pretty well. Going later with Silent Scream and Cranium Overload, let's move up into a good location, and if there's somebody to attack, then we can use Silent Scream to attack them. Attack 2 and then heal. I might use that to heal up that Shadow Wolf, because it might have some damage if that wolf doesn't die. Then we'll send the Nightshroud with a move 6 and then go invisible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and go invisible. Okay, so the Bandit Guards are not moving. They are doing Shield 1 and Retaliate 2. That's only really going to impact this one, but I could, I guess, jump back to here and it won't impact him at all. But it's only Retaliate 2, so... attack, move, attack. So probably that wolf is dead. Okay. Soon, my friend, you'll be back. Now we could kill it right now. We'll see. Confirm that movement, skip, and now attack. Well, I guess it's going to be... We're going to need a +2 or a ×2, but... And we got a -1, so... Like nothing at all. So that wolf is dead. That's fine. I won't be able to put that there. That's really what I want to do. And... Yeah, okay. Do we want to take a card back? We have 2 cards here, so the answer is no. Well, it's good. They were all strengthened and they're not going to be attacking. That's good. That helps out. Okay. Well, we're going to take a leap. That's going to damage this one for 1. Great. And then jump over to here. That is going to damage this one for 1. Skip that movement. Confirm. Oh no, okay, I wanted... Yeah, I did want to use that. Oh, man. Okay, well, anyway. Okay, we do get to use it, the Warhammer. So... I don't know if I need to click all of them. I don't think so, because they already have that, so confirm that. The ×2 there, that's great, so we don't get that retaliation, and then these 2 are stunned. Cool. Well, that worked out really well. It's attacking, going to move, and then it's going to attack. And I'm just going to receive that. Yeah, okay. Nope, I have to do that. Okay. I think I'm going to use this just so that I can move all the way in and I can attack that, the Hound here. Skip the rest of that movement. Went a little too far there. Great. And then we'll use that heal to heal up the Cragheart. Super. Nightshroud. We're going to use those boots so that we can jump all the way back here. Let's open up that door. Oh god. Bandits have learned how to train bears now. How wonders never cease. Yeah. Okay. Well, they have... It's not too bad. I mean, really, it's 1 normal archer, a normal guard, and then 2 elite bears. We will... Yeah, let's just use everything we got here. Might as well. Sure, take the damage, sure. We're going to go invisible, so nothing's going to happen anyway. I guess this one could go 1, 2... And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it's not going to be able to attack anyway, but... We'll be able to send in the Nightshroud to pick this one up. And then it doesn't really matter if he dies. So, I mean, these kind of scenarios, of course, we could, you know, kill all these things, try and get some experience. But really the point is to pick these up. We don't need to kill all of the enemies, right? So we're going to definitely be running in with Invisible, and we might as well use Silent Force, and that's going to be 1... Oh, that's an obstacle, isn't it? Yeah. So you're stuck there. So I guess we're going to need to use... Dancing Shadows to stay invisible. Actually, what we could do is hope that the archer here will have to move up one more to attack the Cragheart, because it has a range of 4 now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Unless it gets a range of +1, then it's not moving. Of course, the problem here is, I guess I'm gonna do this just in case. If I need to jump, then I have the jump, and if this doesn't move, then I still have something to do. Yep. Just gonna use these 2 cards. For you, we don't have too much to worry about. I do kind of like the idea of bringing in darkness so we can use that loot, and we'll move over and loot it basically. Yeah, it doesn't really matter what we use here, does it? No. We'll use this. Okay. And then the Cragheart, which we probably want to deal some pretty heavy damage here. We could use Avalanche to get some of that experience. That'd be 2 experience, or XP. We can deal a couple damage there. And we'll use Rumbling Advance to move up, deal a damage each, and then make an attack for 5 each. That should work out. Let's see it. Let's see it happen. So it is going to... Oh, I forgot about that, and I'm glad that the Bandit Archer is going to move first. Create a 0 damage trap in an adjacent... Well, there's a bug there. Okay. Just move to here. Oh, actually, what we're gonna do here, undo. Let's loot here, so that we get this this loot, and then we're gonna move. Really, I mean, you could be the one moving. Yeah, you know what? Let's just go. No. Let's just go pick this up. Skip that action. Yep. There's another one, 5 gold. Perfect. There's a trap. So I wonder if it actually is a 0 trap. Yeah, so it says 3. Weird that it says create a 0 damage trap, and then it says 3 there. Okay, so let's get moving. Confirm to here. And we will just attack. Why not? We've got it. Wound. And that. And now let's bring in our guy here. Just so you get to look at it. And all adjacent allies. So we'll use this too. All 3 of them will be... That's not bad. I kind of like that. It's a good idea, because then in the next round, this warrior spirit would be attacking with advantage. So, okay. Well, let's move up to here. Skip. Confirm this action. And now Avalanche with Consuming Earth. That's both of those two. We aren't with advantage. That's too bad. But that was a pretty good hit, actually. A really good hit. The bears aren't going to be able to do anything. That's perfect. They're both stunned anyway. That guard can't do anything. I kind of like the idea of attacking here and then not moving. But you know what? Let's just do it anyway. Let's confirm this target. There. We've taken out another one. That still works. And we don't need to... Sorry, we don't need to do that. Because we already have darkness infused. So I'm just going to step up to here and pick up some loot. Skip the rest of that movement. There. We're still picking things up. We can still run over here and go invisible anyway. So we'll just continue to do that. We'll use this to go as early as possible. Move 1, 2, 3, and then we can stab that bear or something like that. Let's just grab a short rest, honestly. Yeah, we'll burn this. Whoops. You know what, though? Yeah, we'll burn it. Because I want to use this so that we can attack again, and then I'll go early. I'd like to see this thing attack. I want to show that one off. As for you, let's use Empathetic Assault. And 1, 2, 3, 4. We might as well use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's a range. Yeah, a range of 5, and then we can use Frigid Apparition. I'm just trying to get some points here. I don't know what to do with you guys, though. I guess we could use this to get those points. Or that. Let's use this. Those 2 cards. There we go. This is probably the last turn anyway. That's too bad. They're going early and they're grabbing some shields. And retaliate? What was the retaliate? 2. Okay. Okay. Well, let's go grab that chest. Or I could do this. No, you know what? We'll just end it here. We'll go invisible. That's also going to give you a point. And attack here. ×2. Wow. So you can, I mean, not that that was a very good example of why Prepare for the Kill is a fantastic card for the Nightshroud, but as you can see, we moved up with move 3, go invisible, and then attack for 2, which, okay, it's not that great, but then bringing in darkness again. So use darkness, infuse darkness. That's the kind of thing that I really love about Prepare for the Kill, is whether you're using it on the top or the bottom, consuming darkness, you're able to infuse it after with Prepare for the Kill. Okay, we'll just attack out there, because this guy's probably going to be able to kill. Yep, they're going later. we'll use this mostly for just, you know, let's just move up. And skip the action. We're still just going to get that. Don't need to use anything here. Oh no! The thorn shooter came in and killed it. That's fine. Okay. So I guess we want to move up to here. Nah, there's no real reason to do this, is there? But I'm gonna do it this way. And then we'll just have this one confirm, and we're gonna move it backwards. I mean, I'm just like getting the point. That's all I'm doing. Cragheart's turn. Loot. I think that's worth it. And we don't... Oh, we do have the target. Oh, cool. We'll use this to get that point too. I didn't think we could see that far, but it is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And another times 2. And that's it. Victory. You secured a feast, and the pack will live to fight another day. Time to regroup and take back what is yours. So the Cragheart is the MVP here. Hypnotist, the summoner uses 30 control abilities, so we used 3, I guess. We needed 3 more to get that, so the summoner is going to get another perk point, which is great. The summoner... Damage taken, yeah, that's because of the 2 hounds there. They took some damage. Healing done. The Mindthief and the Nightshroud pretty much didn't do much, did they? I mean, the Nightshroud did get around the map quite a bit. Cragheart did everything. So good work, Cragheart. He even looted the most piles of loot, so that's pretty cool. All right, exit dungeon. Not bad. I like that this style of scenario exists, and it's not just kill everything all the time. That does. I don't want to say that it gets boring, but repetitive eventually will get boring. I can't say that many scenarios in Gloomhaven has bored me, but I think repetition of anything eventually will become boring. So it's nice that there's some more puzzles, different ways of playing through the scenarios, and there are a whole lot of different kinds of play styles and scenario puzzles in the physical game. And some of the bosses are just terrible. The things that happen to you, that the bosses do to you. Oof. You return the supplies to your makeshift nest. The young are especially pleased to have something substantial to eat. Oh, that's nice. You realize, however, that this location is temporary. You must plan to return to your own nest and drive those who took it away. Oh, okay, so we do have, I will do this really quick because I know that it's there. Mercenary. Summoner will gain a perk point for the next time. And that is all. Again, you want to see the 2 minis or Phoenix, depending on what port you're most familiar with. And 3 spears, they are still there, waiting. So we are looking at a level up for the Nightshroud. That's going to be fun. A perk point for the Mindthief and a perk point for the Summoner. If we decide to go with this group for the next time. So, well, I hope you enjoyed that episode, that scenario. If you did, you can let me know by leaving a like, or starting a conversation with me, or a comment in the comment section. Both of those are appreciated, of course. And as always, thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you next time.